We like to complain a lot of the times about not having things that we think we deserve, that we think we're ready for, but it's like if you actually had these things, would you be able to maintain them? And are you actually ready to handle them in reality? Hello, hi, welcome. My name is Chelsea. If you are new here on this channel, we love to discuss all things self-help, self-improvement, and just becoming more aligned to the versions of ourselves so that we can all live happy, beautiful lives together. First, I wanted to say I am getting over a cold, so if I sound a little bit congested, I apologize. But alas, the message still had to be shared. So I'm kind of looking at this video as like a part two to a video I made called a candid talk about triggers. I'll paste it on the screen as well. And essentially in that video I basically just like came on here while I was like going through something. I am a recovering people pleaser and very much so impacted by people liking me, people being upset with me or displeased with me, especially after something I had done. So it's one thing for people to kind of just like blindly dislike you or not gravitate towards you, that's whatever. But it's like knowing that you did something that upset somebody else and they have a valid reason to not be super content with you, that frigs me up. So I am coming on here because I am producing a talk show. Some of you might know, some of you don't. I will also give you a visual here. I'm producing and hosting a talk show. And when I had started this show, my goal was really just to create something fun, to create something that I felt like I really, really cared about, that I was really passionate about. And I would never imagine how much it has forced me to grow and expand just by creating this show, by managing teams of multiple people, by working with so many different personalities. And I'm sitting here now on the other side of feeling emotionally exhausted and unstable because I am realizing how important it was for me to go through that experience that I had gone through in that video I mentioned. For most of my life, I have maintained the friends that I've had, like since childhood. I'm talking about like 10 plus year friendships that I've had with people. I'm someone that typically gets along with almost everyone, and I've rarely ever had to deal with discomfort or, serious arguments or anything where like it wasn't resolved. You know what I mean? So now that I'm having this show and I'm realizing being a businesswoman, being an entrepreneur, and having something like this that I am hoping grows to an incredible level, I am understanding that I can't be that same person that I was before that's hoping that just like everyone loves me forever and ever no matter what I do and everyone's happy with me. That part of me has to go. And now that I am here and I'm having to have more uncomfortable conversations, I am having to have honest dialogues with a lot of people, and it's making me uncomfortable. I'm realizing how important it was for me to go through that, because I don't know if you did watch this video. I was shaking in my voice for literally 3 days. I kid you not. I was anxious. I was going to bed thinking about the scenario. I was waking up thinking about the scenario. It was all that was on my mind for 3 days straight. And if I'm going to be leading something like this, if I'm going to be showing up on camera and wanting the best for this business, I cannot spend most of my energy worrying about how people feel about me. I just literally can't. And I'm not saying that now that I'm working on something that I think is very important and very valuable to me, that I have to change my entire being and not care about what other people think anymore or not care about other people in general. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But I am noticing that there is a version of myself that I have to become in order for me to successfully be able to work on this show. And that version of me that I'm becoming right now would not be possible if I had not gone through those terrible things. So if you are maybe going through something right now, you've gone through something already and you're like that was so crappy, like that absolutely didn't have to happen. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself? What is this teaching me about the world? What am I learning about myself? And maybe what is this encouraging me to change or reflect on or adjust for the best version of myself? Because I'm sure if you are on this channel and you're watching this video, I'm sure you have goals. I'm sure you have big dreams for yourself. And I love that for you. I think that's so phenomenal. But you have to ask yourself, what does the version of me look like that has these things, that's able to maintain these things? If I am this big entrepreneur, this big businesswoman, and I have a successful show, what are the traits that I might have to start to let go of? And I'm not saying change your whole being. You know how people say, like, when people get successful or famous or whatever it might be, that they like change their whole being. I'm not saying to like change who you are, but I'm asking yourself if there are parts of you, if there are characteristics that you are hanging on to. My heater just turned on. If there are characteristics you are hanging on to that maybe are not serving you in the best way, that are not, doing the best for you, how can you let go of them? What are the things that are possibly in the way of you getting to the next level? I feel like I come on here and a lot of the times the videos are me talking to myself, but I don't know. Are you somebody that complains a lot? Are you somebody that secretly is like, why don't I have X, Y, and Z? Why don't I have this in my life that I think that I'm ready for or that I want? But it's like, can you even handle that? An example for me, for example, wow, example said 17 times I've just said example. But for me, this show that I'm doing, this show that I am producing, that I am hosting, when we are done filming this season and it becomes public and people are able to watch the show, if it does well, that means a lot of eyes will be on me, right? Success in that sense, whatever you view that as. And that's all great and everything, but am I going to be a person that can handle somebody leaving me hate comments? Am I somebody that can handle people maybe not resonating with what I have to say or criticizing me to my core? Not even just my hosting and presenting skills or the show in general. People criticizing my looks, because the reality is that's what people do with other people that are in the limelight or people that are just public facing in general. Is that something I can even handle if I'm already in shambles from somebody in my real life not liking me or not being happy with me or content with me or whatever that is? So I'm just saying, if you are going through something and you're like, yo, this is really shitty, like I really don't care for this to be happening right now in my life, try to find the positive. And I'm not going to come on here and act like I know what everybody's going through, and I'm not going to act like our discomfort is not valid. It absolutely is. But I really do try to have an optimistic mindset about the world, and I think it's something we have to adopt, because things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. Shitty things are going to happen. Things are not going to be great all of the time. But what we do after the fact, after these situations happen, how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to other people, how we treat the scenario after it has happened, I think that's what makes all of the difference for ourselves and how happy and content we are with our lives and our circumstances. The video that I'm referring to, I recorded a few months ago. I don't even remember. Maybe it's been 2 months now. And I am so much more comfortable having uncomfortable conversations now with other people, and I think I have a better understanding of what it takes to build something of the magnitude that I am trying to build, right? Like, and at the time, it was so terrible. I hated it. I was like, why am I going through this? I was not feeling good at all. But now that I am on the other side, I feel so much more regulated. I feel almost grateful that that's happened, because I like to view everything that I guess is going on around us, every circumstance that we are a part of, every situation that happens to us. I love to view it as character development. And I think this is just something that, I don't know, allows us to see the optimism and the positive in everything we do. But ask yourself if nothing, or no, not that. Ask yourself if everything had gone how you wanted it to from when you were like 12 years old. If everything had gone how you wanted it to, would you be happy with who you are right now? Would you be so developed as a person? I wouldn't. I can absolutely say that I wouldn't. And I was unhappy a lot of the time, you know what I mean? But I am very happy with who I am becoming, and I think that's what's most rewarding of all, is understanding that I'm dedicating my time to something that I care about, and that it is forcing me to expand as a person. And I am learning so much about myself, about how to navigate relationships and uncomfortable conversations, and managing so many different people and personalities, and just things that I need to improve on. Like it's almost like a little game to me. Like, look at yourself as a character and think about how you are improving with every obstacle that you face, with every circumstance that isn't ideal for you. just think about how this is improving you. So maybe just some homework for all of us. If you have gone through something recently that was just like uncomfortable, you didn't care for the situation, whatever it might be. Maybe you're heartbroken, maybe you had a friendship breakup, maybe you just like didn't like how somebody spoke to you, or you didn't like how you reacted in a situation to something. Open up that journal. Open up that journal and write down your thoughts and actually ask yourself, okay, how do I feel in this moment? Why am I feeling like this in this moment? And then ask yourself how this is shaping you to be better. If that is opening up something that you didn't really notice in yourself before, if it is shining a light on something that you want, something that you desire that you just weren't privy to before. Ask yourself in every single circumstance is if, maybe you are learning that you have to appreciate the people around you more. Maybe you are learning that it's important for us to not hold on to grudges and let people trigger us so easily, like the smallest of things like that. So just, if you are going through something ever, even as hard as it is, and I'm not going to act like it's not difficult, it is difficult, but as challenging as it might be, I just challenge you, ask yourself, what am I learning from this? What is this situation trying to teach me? And how can I grow from this to become the version of myself that I am looking to become? You know what I mean? The version of myself that is living the life that I have dreamed of, that is able to handle all of these large tasks and difficult things. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I got for you today. Small video, short video. Again, very little structure. I just really wanted to come on here and talk because it's been a while. Yeah. If you have any comments, if any of this resonated with you, let me know down below. As I say, I love to talk to you guys. And I say this every video because I'm begging you guys, leave a comment. I want to chat. I want to know your thoughts. If there are topics that you do want me to discuss that I just haven't talked about yet on my channel, leave them down below. If you haven't already, follow my Instagram, follow my talk show page. We shoot in Toronto. If you're ever interested, we do live audiences there as well. So yeah, have a beautiful day. I am rooting for you. We are in this together. I'm sending you so much love. Yeah, bye. See you in the next one.